Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining in. We have four bond issue bills and then also a sale of property. And in attendance today, we have the members of the committee, myself, Sharon Green Middleton, Vice President of the Council, representing the 6th District, and also Chair of this committee. We also have Vice Chairwoman of the committee, Danielle McCray, and also representing the 2nd District. And we also have Councilman Ed Reisinger, member of the committee and representing the 10th District. And we also have one council member present that's not a member of the committee, but he represents the 5th District, and that's Councilmember Schleifer. And just checking to see if there's any other council members on board. And at this time, there is not. We also have Matt Stegman, that's representing the mayor's office on this virtual webinar. And so I'm going to go ahead and start with one of the bond bills, and then we'll go ahead and have the representatives that are going to speak on these bond bills to, start that way. So we're going to start with and I just want to remind everyone to, you're staying muted until it's time for you to talk, and then you will be unmuted. And now I just see that another member of the committee, hello there, Councilman Robert Stokes, which represents the 12th District and a member of the committee. So we're going to start with bill number 20-0514, and that's a bond issue, the affordable housing loan for $12 million. And for the purpose of authorizing the mayor and city council of Baltimore, this bill and all of the other bond bills are going to be questions that will be put on the November ballots. This particular bill was introduced on April 13th, 2020. And of course, the bill was sponsored by President Brandon Scott on behalf of the administration. And trying to see if we have a representative from UC. And I do see one representative from the council president's office, and that's Dominic. So we'll go ahead and start with the agency reports. And I want to start with the law department first on this bill. And we have who from the law department? I see Hillary Ruley is on here. Hillary, do you want to speak on this particular bill? Have to unmute. Hello, Hillary? Are you there?
Yes.
Oh, hi, Hillary.
Sorry, I've had some. I've had some technical difficulties.
I
Needs to mute themselves.
I see Elena DePedro is also. Elena, she's having Hillary's having some technical difficulties.
Yes, I realize.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Elena. Hillary, log on.
We're approving the bill. Someone needs to mute someone's not muted.
Sorry?
I think you need to mute. Everyone needs to mute.
Everyone is muted.
Then you're too close to your staff person.
Huh? Okay. So
We
she.
try.
Elena, go ahead and try it again.
Okay.
Everybody has been muted, so we're trying to figure out what's going on. Hold tight. Can everyone hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Elena, you want to
Yes.
try? You want to try it again? Can you unmute yourself, Elena?
Okay.
No. Are you too close? Let me check with someone else and see what if they come up. I'll try one of my committee members. Councilwoman McCray, can you unmute yourself to see if you are getting the same thing, this noise?
I'm unmuted.
Oh, see, you're fine. I don't know if if this is coming from the law department. And I see another member of the committee, Councilman Eric Costello, has joined us. Eric, unmute yourself just to see if your voice is fine or you have the static.
Hello?
Hello, so you're fine. So something seems to be coming from the law department. What we're gonna do,
It can't, I mean, you're all at our home, so it doesn't.
yeah, everyone else, it seems to be fine. So what I'm gonna do is move on to someone else and then come back to you, okay? It's because it just seems to be coming from the law department area, okay? Let's start with the Planning Commission. I see Eric Tiso representing planning, and also we have Sarah Parmanello. Who's covering this bond issue?
Hi, this is Sarah Parnellum from the Department of Planning.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, how are you?
Fine.
If I could start by giving an overview of all four bills, and then maybe we can talk specifically about the affordable housing one. Is that all right?
That's fine.
Okay, so we go through a process every 2 years. The city of Baltimore has to get permission from voters through the ballot for general obligation bonds. General obligation bonds are an important source of funds for the capital budget. They're one of our more flexible fund sources. And these are borrowed funds that are used for a wide variety of capital improvements throughout the city for housing and neighborhood revitalization, for school renovations and improvements, for economic development, for parks, for city facilities, for transportation, really kind of a wide variety. And you'll see that there are four questions which cover different types of improvements. Each question is asking voters to approve borrowing of funds for a particular type of improvement. These will be on the ballot in November, and they would be authorizing the city to issue $80 million in bonds that would be used in fiscal years FY22 and 23 for a total of $160 million. And this process has been going on since last fall. It began with the Planning Commission looking at these 4 questions, and then the Board of Finance and the Board of Estimates, and now, and then the city's delegation to the Maryland General Assembly, and now it's before the City Council for approval before going to the voters. So I just wanted to give that background, and happy to answer any questions about the process or the funds in general, as they're an important part of the city's capital improvement program. The affordable housing loan specifically is, as you mentioned, for $12 million total. The plan would be for $5 million for FY22 and $7 million for FY23. As the name suggests, these funds would be exclusively to be used for affordable housing, but it can be used for a wide range of purposes to support affordable housing, acquisition, preservation, production of new housing, demolition, rental assistance, financing, grants, as well as, yeah. So I think the Department of Housing can probably provide more details on it, but I just wanted to give that overview to start.
Thank you. Thank you. Any questions from the committee so far? Elena, we found the problem. So you have logged on twice. So the
Took care of it. I took care of it. I'm good now.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Sorry about that.
So go ahead. Is there, you can go ahead and if there's something you want to say about that particular bond bill.
Sure. I mean, we gave our approval to all the bond bills for formal legal sufficiency. There was one suggested amendment that's sort of for the purposes of the circumstances we're in this time around. We suggested that instead of giving a date certain for the November election, maybe say the general election after the next general election after the effective date of this ordinance, just in case we have pandemic issues in the fall and there's a change in the election date like there was with the primary.
Mm-hmm. All right, thank you.
It's not mandatory, but if it was offered in an abundance of caution.
Okay, thank you. Next, we have the Baltimore Development Corporation, which gave a favorable report. The representative from the Baltimore Development Corporation, are you there?
Yes, I am. This is Sandra Blake. And
Hi there.
I, and we just want to, we don't have any objections to any of the bills. We have given our support as stated in each of our documents. So we are on board with all of them. And at this time, we will stand by all of our submissions that we submitted to the City Council.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Then we have the Department of Housing and Community Development. Hello.
Yeah, hi, Madam Chair. This is Matt Specking from MOGR. Stephanie Murdoch did send me a text. She was having some technical difficulties accessing the hearing, but DHCD stands by their report and is in support of all of the bills that are being considered today.
Thank you. And the Department of Finance. We have a rep from the Department of Finance. Janelle Rogers. Go ahead, you're unmuted.
Hi, this is Janelle Rogers representing the Department of Finance. And we just want to say that the Board of Finance did approve these loan authorizations back in December, and the Department of Finance endorses all 4 of the bills.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this particular bill from the committee? There being no questions, is there a motion?
Ed Reisinger moves.
Thank you, Ed. Moved by Councilman Reisinger. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Costello. Sharon, we're going to take the vote. Chair Middleton, yes. Vice Chair McCray,
Yes.
yes. Councilman Costello
Yes.
is a yes. Councilman Reisinger
Yes.
is a yes. Councilman Stokes. He's having some technical difficulties right now.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, there
Yes.
he goes. Okay, thank you. This bill's gonna move to the second reader. Thank you. Now moving on to bill number 20-0515, and that's the bond issue for the school loan for 38 million. And this bill was also introduced on April 13th. Sarah Parmanello from Planning gave a description basically for all of them, including this one. So on this bill, I want to start with the Department of Recreation and Parks. We have a representative from Recreation and Parks. Checking now. And the mayor's office, Matt, do you want to comment?
Yeah, I believe that the department has submitted a written report. If they have not yet, we will get that to you right away. But there's no objection from the department. They are supporting the bill.
Thank you. Go to the health department. And next we'll have the health department. I see DePaul Nibber representing the health department. Go ahead, DePaul.
Yes. Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the committee. DePaul Nibber on behalf of the health department. We stand by our favorable report. Thank you.
School system. And then the representative from the Baltimore City Public School System. Please identify yourself.
Yes, this is Lynette Washington. I'm Chief Operating Officer for Baltimore City Public Schools, and we've submitted a report. We appreciate the council's attention to our facility needs, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Are there any questions from the committee at this point? Okay, all the other agencies have given favorable reports, so I think we're ready to move to take a vote. Do I have a motion from committee?
Ed Reisinger moves.
Thank you, Ed. Reisinger moves. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Vice Chair McCray. Chair Middleton, yes. Vice Chair McCray?
Yes.
A yes. Councilman Costello?
Yes.
Is a yes. Councilman Reisinger?
Yes.
Is a yes. Councilman Stokes?
Yes.
Thank you. This bill will also move to second reader. The next bond bill is 20-0516, and that one was the bond issue community and economic development for 38 million. Again, Sarah Parmanello gave the introduction on this. And we'll start with the Department of Transportation.
Madam Chair, DOT stands by its bill report, which is supportive of the bill.
Thank you. And that's Liam Davis representing the Department of Transportation. Any questions for the Department of Transportation from the committee? No questions? All of the other agencies have given favorable report as well. And now we'll go ahead and move. I need a motion to move this bill. A motion.
Councilman Reisinger moves.
Second.
Moved by Reisinger and second by Costello. Chair Middleton, yes. Vice Chair McCray?
Yes.
Is a yes. Councilman Costello?
Yes.
Yes. Councilman Reisinger?
Yes.
Yes. Councilman Stokes?
Yes.
Thank you. Unanimous vote, and that bill will also be moved to second reader. And then the next bill is 20-0517, and that's the bond issue for public infrastructure loan, 72 million. And again, this bill was also introduced on April 13th, and Sarah Parmanellum from Planning gave a synopsis of this particular loan. And we'll start with the agency report, and we'll start with the Enoch Pratt Free Library. Do I have the representative from the Pratt Library here? See anybody? So, Matt, do you have a statement for the Pratt Library?
Again, I'm not aware of them having any objection to the bill.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, this is Elena DePietro.
Yes.
A question for you. Am I correct to assume that we're not doing the amendments suggested by the law department?
For
about the election date? I just want to make sure. I don't have a problem with it. I just want to make sure that you decided not to do that.
Okay. If we need to do an amendment, we can probably do it on the floor.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Okay.
I just wanted to bring it to your attention, that's all.
Thank you so much. Yeah, if there's an amendment, we can do it on the floor.
Great, thank you.
Thank you. Any questions from committee? Okay, this was the infrastructure. So we had the Pratt Library. All the other agencies gave in favorable reports as well. And so now we'll go ahead and take a vote on this bill. Do I have a motion from someone from the committee?
So moved.
So moved by Costello. Do I have a second? Second by Councilman Stokes. Chair Middleton, yes. Vice Chair McCray?
Yes.
Yes. Councilman Costello?
Yes.
Is a yes. Councilman Reisinger?
Yes.
Is a yes. And Councilman Stokes?
Yes.
Is a yes. So thank you so much. We've gone through and finished all of the bond bills. And all those bills will again be on second reader at the next council meeting, which takes place on Monday.